Hi, Gordon here with another edition of the Unscripted series. So I was asked recently about why we don't incorporate certain features into our instruments or offer certain options. And the person that asked this gave me a long list of things, and I've got to break them up into a couple of different categories. So I'm going to refer to this email. But he said, what are your thoughts about things like archtops, floating tailpieces, and F-holes? So I don't think there's anything wrong with those things, but as I said before, I think that we as people, and then specifically as builders and luthiers, can only focus on so many things. I've also said that at any price, when you're buying an instrument, you ought to first go for playability, which I'm going to include in there not only things like the fretwork and action, but how the neck feels and is it well intonated. And the second priority ought to be acoustics, and the third ought to be aesthetics. So we continue to focus on the acoustics of our instrument and continue to listen to them, make sure that they are on point, and we refine those acoustics. Adding something like, or an offering something like F-holes or a floating bridge would, in a great way, change the acoustics in a way that we just don't care to do. People who want those, I would say, we're just not the builder for you, or go get those from another builder. Again, I don't think there's anything wrong with them. They just are not my MOA. And early on, we decided to go for a specific look or a certain look, and one that I think is understated, one that draws your attention to the wood set that's being used, not some of the other sort of flashy features about it. So that's why we don't do those things. Again, nothing wrong with them, just not our style. And next week, I'll talk about some other things that we don't do and why we don't. See you then. Bye-bye.